And welcome in, takers, to our bonus episode, Boulder Predictions. Have you guys been watching Stranger Things?
No.
Fuck no.
Wow.
Wow. Jeez.
What a bunch of uncultured swine over here. Jeez, get on that.
Uncultured.
I guess I won't get to that in my leftovers, but we are recording on July 8th, post our 4th of July episode. It was supposed to be on the 5th, so I had a little game for you guys for our tip-off trivia. So we're going to get into the episode. It's Boulder Predictions, my version, Disfatt Bidge's prediction. So I am him, Mac Disfatt Bidge. Welcome in. You got Ryan the Tagless Haynes. Ryan, how you doing?
Doing well, man. Hanging in there. How you doing?
Good. We've been talking for like the past 3 hours, so I'm a little discombobulated. I'm sorry. But then we got Matt IR Regan. Regan, are you hurt? You okay?
I'm great, buddy. Listening to you. Listen to you talk kind of hurts.
Ouch.
I'm just kidding.
What, do I need to turn myself down?
No. Just your voice.
Ouch. Okay. All right, well, I can't wait to embarrass you. So we just had our Independence Day celebrations, so I figured it'd be fun to do some tip-off trivia questions that are related to Revolutionary War times and fantasy football. Put a lot of work into this, guys. So I hope you enjoy. A little example. Like some people call this guy the Benedict Arnold of fantasy football. Who would that be? Tom Brady. He betrayed you, New England Pats fans. Like a little prick. That would be the answer.
So that was a good one, actually.
Oh, man, I should have used an example. All right. So let's get into it. I should put some music. No, it will be great. Come on. All right. So first question. It's worth 5 points. This player, overall ranking in the 2021 season, is the same as the amount of signatures on the Declaration of Independence. Can you name this player? So if you know the rankings of last year and the amount of signers, Regan, how many signers of the signatures are on the Declaration of Independence?
Oh, freaking no.
Oh, Ryan, you should know this.
21.
Wow.
I was going to say 22.
Okay, well, I guess I'll give you a hint. It's 56. Your number, Ryan.
All right, cool.
56. I guess I won't ask you to name 5 of them. At least we know you're not cheating. All right, so do I need to give you guys some hints?
56? Can you give us a position?
Wide receiver. There's your hint.
Oh. That's a shitty
Overall ADP?
No, overall scoring, not ADP. Ranking of last year. Points total, PPR
Overall
scoring.
ranking. That's what I meant.
Yep.
Okay.
56. Wide receiver.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
No.
T. Higgins.
Seriously? Come on. We just went over.
He's higher than that.
He was in the 30s. All right. He changed teams this offseason. Yeah, narrows it down a little bit.
Mari Cooper.
Ooh. Close.
I already said Smith-Schuster.
Amari Cooper was 70th. Jarvis Landry, I have no idea, but I don't think he was there.
Not even close. Overall, 56. Forget about it.
He's a wide receiver.
Right. I will give you
AJ
Tell
Brown.
us the answer. This is too long.
I'll give you
Brown.
multiple choice. All right. AJ Brown, Marquise Brown, Christian Kirk.
Christian Kirk.
No, he was 67. It was Marquise Brown, 56.
Fuck.
Oh, you guys have not done your research at all.
T. Higgins was wide receiver 24. There's no way he was like overall 30.
Oh, I don't remember. I was just
Come
kidding.
on, guys. Next question.
All right. Next question. So you guys have 0 points there. July
thanks.
4th, 1776 was 246 years ago. Name the player last season who scored 246 fantasy football points.
Oh my God. Oh, I
All right,
mean,
would you guys
quarterbacks are
like some
somewhere around
hints?
400.
It's a
Yeah,
QB.
maybe
It's
multiple
not a
choice.
QB.
No, it's not a
It's
QB.
not a QB.
Wow.
It's a
Too
wide
low for
receiver.
QBs.
And I was going to give this as a hint too, but you guys wouldn't know it. One of the signers of the Declaration of Independence. He shares the same last name. I don't think he's related to him, though.
Devontae Adams?
No.
Justin Jefferson.
No. 246 points, guys? Come on.
That's not a lot. I know.
Whoa, did you say standard or PPR?
This is PPR. We always go off PPR points.
Damn it.
So wide receiver, he's in the top 12.
Devontae Adams.
All right, I'll give you multiple choice.
I said that.
Multiple choice here. Deontay Johnson, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, or Mike Evans.
Mike Evans.
Keenan Allen.
I'll go Mike Evans. I'll stick with it.
All right. Wrong Mike Regan. It is Mike Williams. Number 12.
I was like, I don't think there was an
Scored
Evans on the
46.
Declaration of Independence.
I tried picking as close as names possible, but it's like, yeah, I can't
Ethan Allen and the Green Mountain Boys, isn't that a thing?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
They were there.
All right.
All right.
Zeros.
This
Is bad. This is embarrassing. You guys are embarrassing America right now. It's okay. I had to look this stuff up too. All right. So we are in New England, in Boston, close to it anyway. The colonel of the battle that is known as Bunker Hill. Bonus points if you guys know the actual hill takes place on. He has the same name as the 13th overall ranked player in 2021. Would you guys like a hint?
I think we might be able to narrow this one down. 13th overall player.
It's a QB.
Okay.
So if you guys know the name of the colonel, you would easily get this. Dig back into that 5th grade history lessons. Do you guys know what hill it actually took place on?
All right. So you got Allen, Mahomes.
Definitely.
Stafford,
Colonel
Brady.
Mahomes. I remember him.
That'd be awesome. It's a QB.
Hurts.
They were 15. Not Cousins.
Burrow. Joe Burrow.
Colonel Cousins. Burrow. Burrow's a good guess. All right.
Fuck.
If I give you the
Tell
multiple
us.
choice, you'll get it now.
Give
Multiple
it to us.
choice here. Aaron Rodgers, Kyler Murray, Joe Burrow,
Murray.
Dak Prescott.
Murray.
You
That's
guessing Murray?
That was the next name.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What are you guessing, Regan?
Murray.
Murray. Oof. It was Dak Prescott, guys.
Prescott?
Yep.
Oh,
That makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
William Prescott. I just
Yes.
looked it up.
Nice.
Oh,
You
nice.
cheater. Looking it up. Never mind. Ryan wins.
It's not like I can
Cheater.
find it.
All right.
I don't know what I'm looking for.
I gave you plenty of hints. Oh, man. Hopefully you takers out there are listening knew the answers. Could play along. All right. I had fun. I hope you guys
I thought
did
there'd
too.
be math, not
Really? Definitely not me with math. That's for sure. All right. Let's get into the bold predictions.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
All right. So our bolder predictions here, these do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the rest of the tippers here, just mine. And they do not reflect our actual projections. These are just hunches, just bold predictions. All right. So don't take it too literally, people. Just guys that we want to take a shot on. And if we're right, we get to take a victory lap. So, well, I won't be taking a lap. That's for sure. Number 5. Gonna have 5 of them for you tonight. So Jared Goff will be a top 12 QB. Yeah. All right. Pretty bold, huh?
Yeah.
Can you guys name one QB that has supported a top 24 wide receiver, top 7 tight end, and a top 7 running back? Mahomes supported a top 7 running back? I don't think so.
Kareem Hunt.
But these are where DeAndre Swift, Hawkinson, and Amon-Ra St. Brown are ranked in those respective positions. So they got to go up against some weak defenses. Chicago twice, Minnesota twice with new coaching. That's always a thing. They got to play New England. So that's an easy win right there. They got to play the Jets. They got to play the Jags. I think he can get into that top 12 QB position. Little bit of supporting stats for me. When the offensive play calling switched from Anthony Lynn to Campbell, the offense went from scoring 16.8 points per game and only scoring one game over 20 points, and that was week 1, if we remember that game. That was fun. They were scoring 21.2 points per game once they did that switch, and they had 4 games over 29 points scored. Goff did miss a few games last year, but at that final stretch, he was 11 touchdowns to 2 interceptions after he went 8 touchdowns to 6 interceptions in the first half of the season. They like their new offensive coordinator. They like the new play calling. They reinforced the wide receiver room with DJ Chark, Jameson Williams in the draft. It might take a bit to get on the field, but the passing game is what they want to evolve. It's what they want to do. He has no competition behind him. I think Jared Goff, my bold prediction of the first one, could be a top 12 QB. Regan, what am I smoking?
Something good, apparently. No. If you said that he was going to be a top 15, I would buy. I could easily buy this. I'm looking at
not bold enough.
Ranking. Well, he's projected at QB 26.
Mm-hmm.
So I could easily see him in front of Trey Lance, Derek Carr, Kirk Cousins. I can't see him in front of number 12 is Rodgers.
Yeah.
11 Stafford, 10's
There's
Russell
no wide
Wilson.
receivers.
It's Rodgers though. I have more faith. That being said, they could have got a quarterback. They could have tried to trade. They were not in any Baker Mayfield Watson debate or trying to get him. I think they're happy with Goff and what they have. I think they're going to build around him for now. Obviously, they'll get a rookie in the future, but I could definitely see him as top 15, top 14. I think 12's way too high. Even though it's at like 2-3 spots, it's still tough. You're banking on an injury at that point to one of these quarterbacks, which is not out of the realm, but still.
You're just not bold enough. Ryan, you got anything on it?
Yeah, every year quarterbacks get hurt. If Jared Goff can stay healthy, Ryan Tannehill finished as quarterback 13 last year, so he was right on the fringe there. I'm not sure who finished 12th. I want to say it was. I can't even guess right
Cousins?
now, but I mean, no, Cousins was 11,
12th,
but
12th was Ryan Tannehill. Kirk was 11. 13th was Derek Carr. 14th was Carson Wentz.
That's what I mean. So like 14th was Carson Wentz. Jesus
wow.
Christ. Yeah. So I mean, Jared
and
Goff,
then Lamar
that's the
Jackson.
benchmark. If there's going to be injuries, which there will be, if he stays healthy, he could maybe I could see it. I could see him sneaking in there. DJ Chark's a good weapon. J-Mo probably later in the season, but TJ Hawkinson's back. DeAndre Swift's back. Like, yeah. I'm not totally against it, Mac.
If he's supporting those guys at their projections, he has to do well. So if people are that confident in those projections for those positional players, ipso facto, Jared Goff, top 12 QB. Number 4, Pat Freiermuth will be a top 5 tight end on the year. All right, we got Mitchell Trubisky. He supported Trey Burton, another tiny hands guy back in the day. In 2018, back in the day, he just retired. So 2018, he was tight end 8. Granted, the tight end position wasn't getting all the points back then. 147 points was good enough for tight end 8. That's pretty bad. I meant to look up the reference. So if you guys can look up last year's tight end position points finishes. So Pat Fryermuth, he had 150 last year, and that was good enough for tight end 13. But the point difference was 29 points out of 5th place behind Zach Ertz right there. So week 6 to 18, Pat Fryermuth was tight end 6 during that stretch, with one less game played than Ertz and Schultz, who were number 4 and number 5 at the tight end position. So even if it's Trubisky starting the whole season, I don't think it really matters, because if it's the rookie in Pickett, he's going to be looking for those easy passes to the big target tight end, Pat Fryermuth, in the red zone. Just throw it up to him, and he could possibly be top 5 tight end. That's my bold prediction for him. Reflections from you guys? Nothing.
You're smoking something again.
I am smoking something again.
I want to know how you got those beads, you weirdo.
Top 8, sure. Top 5, nay.
Ask your mother. Top 5, no? Okay. All right, we'll see. Number 3. Oh, I'm sorry. You got something more on that, Regan?
No, it's not. No, just
Not worth
going.
it. Okay.
No. Would you ask him for tight ends, the rankings?
I don't even remember.
Oh, carry on then.
The year. I got it. I'll edit this out.
Trey
later.
Burton had tiny hands. He was an enormous person. He is an enormous person.
Look up his hand size. It was weird.
All set. Thanks.
Interesting. Fun fact.
Look
Number
up
3
another
is
man's
just
hands.
number 3 is laughable. Number 3 is.
Oh, that's
should
why I
probably
said
just
top 5. That's why I said
retire.
top 5.
No, I'm saying your number 3 tip. Your number 3 tip.
Oh, okay.
Here.
I gotcha. Yeah, so Trey Burton was number 8 ranked tight end in 2018 with 147 points. Number 1 was Travis Kelce. Guess how many points he had?
312.
Close, 294. But to
damn.
make top 5 was 193 with Jared Cook. Remember him? Then Eric Ebron. Now I'm going down memory lane here.
Yeah, right. Jared Cook's still in the league, dude. Hasn't retired yet.
Relevant tight end, please. Come on, like Pat Fryermuth.
I streamed
anyway
like 3 times last year.
You probably did.
Hence why you lost. All right, you should probably skip number 3, Mac.
Number 3. This is my bolder prediction that I'm the most confident in. Patriots will not win more than 5 games this season. Let's go through the schedule. Patriots, Dolphins, week 1, loss. Patriots, Steelers, week 2, loss.
Win.
Okay, Ravens, week 3.
Keep going.
Loss. Green Bay, loss. Lions, maybe a win.
Win.
The Browns, win. Bears, win.
5-1, dude. What are we talking about?
That's kind of 5 wins.
That's
Christ,
3.
we're the number 1 seed.
3 in mine. Jets,
Win.
loss.
Win.
Colts, loss. Jets,
Loss.
win. Vikings, loss. Bills, loss. Cardinals, loss. Raiders, loss. Bengals, loss. Dolphins again, January 1st, loss. Unless it's snowing. And then the Bills to finish off the season, loss. No more than 5 games, win.
I got 8.
Oh, man. I got at least 10
9.
wins there.
10 wins? You just said 7 to 8 wins.
Yeah, but now that we went
breakdown
through
on
it
the
step by
EFC.
step, I'm like, we're definitely going to win one of those Dolphin games. That's for damn sure.
Not at all.
least
They are
one.
like 0-6 in the past 3 years against them. What are you talking about? Come on.
Times have changed.
Oh, yeah, for the worse. They have an old and slow defense. You got Malcolm Butler back, who couldn't even make the Arizona Cardinals defense, and nobody wanted to sign him. You got offensive coordinators and Joe Judge and Matt Patricia. Terrible. You got the
That will
slow-ass
change next year.
defensive front who can't even stop the Bills, can't even keep up with them unless you have a bad weather game.
See how good Josh Allen is.
Yeah. And do you think they're going to keep up with Waddle and Tyreek Hill?
One game.
Get out of here. All right.
You're sounding stupid.
Yep, I'm sure these are bolder predictions. When you do them, you can sound stupid on yourself. You ready for me to get real dumb right here? CeeDee Lamb will be a bust.
Ooh, I actually agree with this one.
Okay, not a bad player. Big fan of him. But the OC, Kellen Moore, he'll be a head coach next season. But as an offensive coordinator, he likes to spread the ball around. So roughly 600 passing attempts from Prescott, split up, averages about 110 to the top tier wide receivers or pass catchers. The high was 120 to Amari Cooper. So these past 3 seasons with Kellen Moore as their offensive coordinator is what I'm going off of. So top 3 wide receivers are pass catchers. They're roughly getting half the passing attempts. So 600, 300 divided by 300 targets for them. We'll give them 120. That's fine. 100 passing attempts to the running backs. Then another 150 to the low-end wide receivers. Backup tight end, that's going to be whatever. Throw those away. Doesn't matter. Basically, CeeDee Lamb needs to get 135 plus targets just to sniff the top 10, in my opinion. His wide receiver 7 ranking in 20 ADP is not going to pay off. I'm sorry. My bold prediction is that he will be around wide receiver 15 to 20 in this offense. Watch out, James Washington, Michael Gallup, man. They're going to get those 100 targets when they're on the field. Gallup, he might be a slow start, but the way the offense is called, they spread the ball around. So Dalton Schultz getting 100 plus targets, either James Washington or Gallup getting the 100 plus targets. I just don't think it's enough to go around the way they spread the ball around. And
I like it.
Okay. All right. Maybe I should have let off with this one.
No, this is a good one because you're calling out the experts on where they're ranking them, and it doesn't make sense. I agree.
The talent's there, and if he did target him 150 times, I'd be all right with it. But history, I'm going off of what the play's calling style is. I just don't see it happening as a wide receiver 7.
I'm going to add to your point. One name you didn't bring up was Jalen Tolbert, the rookie receiver.
Yes.
Yeah. And Dynasty Nerds actually has a really interesting article that just came out recently, Small School Success. And these are some names I'm going to throw at you guys from non-Power 5 schools, so small conferences. Devontae Adams, Cortland Sutton, Michael Gallup, Kenny Golladay, Cooper Kupp, Deontay Johnson, Darnell Mooney. I mean, there are some very successful wide receivers who are coming out of these small schools. And go check out this article. It's on Dynasty Nerds. Small School Success is what it's called or titled. So, I think Jalen Tolbert could be somebody else who could jump up into like 2nd or 3rd on the team in targets.
Plus losing a lot of guys on their offensive line. Dalton Schultz as well. Losing guys on their offensive line. They're going to have to work in that screen game. So a lot more. So I think 100 targets to the running backs is on the low side for me. Look to get that up to 150. I had to go through it more, but for the sake of time, let's move on. Number 1 bold prediction. Gabriel Davis will be a top 15 wide receiver.
Yeah,
Ryan hates me.
That's impressive.
All right. Going into his 3rd year, he's no longer competing with Cole Beasley or Emmanuel Sanders. He just has the likes of Jamison Crowder, who misses games, who's old and slow, and Dawson Knox, who's a bit overrated in my opinion. I think he had his time to shine. Now he's competing with OJ Howard as well, who I guess doesn't have the best camp. But anyway, still plenty of time. So for the sake of my prediction here, I'm going to use the numbers that only benefit me. In Davis's first 2 years, he has had 70 receptions, 1,149 yards, and 13 touchdowns, but he only started half the games. With having at least 4 targets in these games, he scores 12 points per game. just barely cracking the top 24 wide receivers on a per game basis. With that little of opportunity, man, the potential, sky's the limit. Josh Allen, he has targeted Davis 28.6% of the time in the red zone. And even with Davis's limited opportunity, he received 10% of the total targets, but he had 13% of the team's yards and 19% of their passing touchdowns. Guys, when he's a starter for just half the time and he's putting up these numbers, if he goes full-time starter, which he should, he's number 2 on the depth chart right now, moved up from number 4. His production is going to go up tremendously. Then we take into account his playoff numbers. First game against New England, we remember how that went,
Shut
right?
up.
2 receptions, 41 yards, and 1 touchdown. They didn't need him. They didn't punt at all. They just ran all over New England.
Scored 47 points.
They couldn't stop a nosebleed. I know. That's what I'm saying. They didn't need Davis. But then the next game when they did, we remember the big game against Kansas City where the Buffalo's defense really let them down and didn't stop Kansas City, but that's for another time, another episode. He had 8 receptions, 201 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Bit of a fluky game. What was that? 56 points, 55 points, whatever. I'm loving his ADP right now, 76, but it's going to go up because they're going to listen to this podcast, obviously, and be like, hey, that guy knows what he's talking about. 6th round, I'm loving that value as my 3rd wide receiver off the board. And much rather pass up on CeeDee Lamb and grab Gabe Davis for the potential and the value here. What say you?
I will give you this. Gabe Davis's value is pretty good at 76. But if he is a top 15 wide receiver, he is not a Stephon Diggs, Cooper Kupp, Justin Jefferson. He is a Mike Williams. He is a Tyler Lockett. He is 100% boom or bust. And this narrative of Jamison Crowder is old and washed up. Cole Beasley was 34 years old and is basically just about retired. I don't know if he went somewhere else or he actually did retire.
No, I think he's still waiting
so,
for that call.
So that is an absolute wash. You have old ass slot receivers. Okay. Wash.
Okay.
Gabe Davis is an upgrade to Emmanuel Sanders. He is like Emmanuel Sanders plus, which was 72 targets, 42 receptions, and 700 yards. So he gets 90 targets, 65 receptions, a few more touchdowns. He's maybe a tight end, wide receiver. I don't know. Low end wide receiver 2, high end wide receiver 3 at best. 15 stretch.
You fucking pussy. Not bold at all.
Yeah,
Regan.
They got Isaiah McKenzie that's going to be in there too.
What, another midget on the field? Come on.
Khalil Shakur.
Gabe Davis, 6'2". He's not using the rookie wide receivers as much, though. He's got to use the vets. Stephon Diggs get 170 targets, a pass-first offense. It's Gabe Davis, man.
They just got Cook. Could be running a little bit more.
Exactly. And throwing the ball to Cook more. If Gabe Davis was this good, his competition last year was Cole Beasley and Emmanuel Sanders. Emmanuel Sanders was definitely 34 years old.
Beasley getting those first downs. Come on.
Jameson Crowder steps right in.
He had the two of the oldest receivers in the league that he had to beat out for a job, and he couldn't do it consistently.
Poor guy.
Until the playoffs, and they're like, oh, why has he been out on the bench? They're going to learn from their mistakes. Come on.
Yeah, honestly, Mac, I was bummed that I didn't get him in my Dynasty League because I drafted Josh Allen, and I would have loved that stack, especially with the value. Because like Ryan said, the value is nice. But 15 is just absurd. Sad thing is, I hope this doesn't happen because goddamn, I'm gonna be so mad.
I don't believe that there were any coaches. There were no coaches on that staff that were like, this guy's trash. He's definitely not as good as these washed up receivers.
They just
and then all of a sudden have an epiphany and be like, oh shit, he's He's Christ resurrected.
If they listen to the podcast and listen to me, they'll be like, "All right, fine."
Oh, that's a good
And
point.
he's not. He's an angel. He ain't Christ.
Okay.
Gabriel.
Wow.
Crickets.
Yeah,
that's good.
Crickets.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
Those are my bold predictions. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Not the one I meant to play. I meant to play if you don't like them.
Look, with all due respect to everyone, fuck everyone.
I already have
All
to
due
check the
respect.
explicit box on this, so might as well play it. Bold predictions. We'll see what happens. If any of these players get injured, then obviously that will change. Don't be a prick tweeting at me. Remember when you said, Ryan, I'm talking to you.
I'm so into it too now.
And with that, we will close this out. You guys, was that fun? You guys want to do your own bold predictions? We'll see.
Oh, we're coming at you.
Okay. No, you don't counter my bold predictions. You got to get your own predictions. You can't be
Gabe
like,
Davis.
Gabe Davis will be 50th wide receiver. No. There's plenty of other guys to talk about. Get out of here.
Mac, I'm proud of you. You know, putting
Hey.
putting your manhood on the line. You know,
I'm putting my tip out
totally
there.
blowing it.
Exposed.
Got him.
I learned from your mom.
You ever see Christmas Story?
Yup.
With the poll? That's essentially what Mac just did with his tips there.
Oh,
Right on there. No hot water for you, bro.
Nope.
would you rather that or your tongue?
Oh, tongue all day.
Absolutely.
That was an easy one.
Yeah, I don't know. Both hurt.
Oh, that's bold.